Good evening and welcome into the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We've got some WNBL Division 1 action for you coming up between the newly promoted Manchester Mystics and the Bristol Academy Flyers. Now the Mystics coming into this one at 1-0 after a huge win against the City of Birmingham Rockets last weekend. They had a come from behind win and took that one 66-57 behind a couple of absolutely massive performances from Karina Costa and Irene Aboado, both dropping 17 points in their D1 debut. Karina adding in 9 rebounds and a couple of steals, and 9 rebounds and a couple of steals for Karina Costa, and Irene Aboado 17 points, 6 rebounds and 7 steals. Hannah Alty also had 8 points, 8 rebounds. And for Bristol, they lost their opening game last weekend to Anglia Ruskin University, 61-54 in a close fought game. It was a 1-point game heading into the fourth. Bristol, a little bit short-handed, weren't able to hold on, but they were led by a huge 15 points from Christina Bijika, who added in 5 rebounds as well. And Kim King, 11 points, 2 rebounds and 4 assists after she made the move from Cardiff Met Archers in the WBBL, where she's been for the past 5 seasons, back to her hometown of Bristol, and she's going to be very excited to be back playing for the Bristol Flyers. So teams getting ready to come on court, and we're going to be in for a close one today. So starting 5 for the Manchester Mystics will be Irene Aboado, Alexandra Costa, Nat Furtado, Rahana Khalil and Remi Idowu. For the Flyers it will be Christina Lopez, Estella Maloney Danvers, Hannah Wallace, Kim King and Veronica Iwiana. So for the tip, it will be Lopez and Idowu. And ball is up, and Flyers with the first possession. King driving to the basket against Idowu. Kicks it down. Goes inside. Lopez with the shot and hits. First points on the board for Bristol. Khalil for the Mystics. Over to Furtado. Idowu backing down Lopez, kicks it out. Aboado drives to the basket, draws the foul. Irene Aboado heading to the free throw line for 2. Irene Aboado hitting 60% of her shots from the free throw line last weekend. In that game against the City of Birmingham Rockets, knocks down the first one and gets the Mystics on the board. And 2-2 from the line for Irene. Tie game here in the first quarter. King setting things up for the Flyers. Driving to the basket, and she's going to draw the foul. That is on the floor. So before the shot, it'll be end-line Flyers ball. So Maloney Danvers looks for inbound. Wallace swings it around to King. Lopez, great move inside. The floater doesn't go, taps the ball out, and it's picked up by Bristol. Wallace, great step through, can't quite finish. And Khalil's there for the rebound for the Mystics. Costa driving baseline, shots up, and again the Mystics will go back to the foul line. As Elisandra Costa there, able to draw the foul. And that's 2 quick fouls on Bristol. That is foul number 1 on Veronica Iwiana. So she's going to take a seat, and Mara Marchizotti checking into the game for Bristol. Marchizotti also playing with the Cardiff Met Archers the last few seasons in the WBBL along with King. And made the move over to Division 1 and the Flyers as Costa hits the second. 1 point Mystics lead. Lopez looking to inbound. Wallace driving against Khalil. Oh, great D here from Rahana Khalil. King picks up the loose ball. Lopez, 3 seconds, puts it up, and a great move there from Christina Lopez to get the ball in the basket for Bristol. Furtado, Aboado steps through, can't finish at the rim. Wallace again driving inside, that float is good, puts Bristol ahead by 3. Furtado, skip pass over to Aboado for 3, in the corner, nails it! Irene Aboado ties the game at 6, and if you have not seen Irene Aboado play before, you are in for a treat. One of the most exciting young players that we have got in this country, representing the North at the under 15 level at the Aspire tournament this summer, representing GB, England. She plays under 16 Mystics, under 18 Mystics, Division 1. She plays a lot of basketball, and she's a very, very exciting player to watch. Costa round to Furtado. Aboado. On a great spin move from Idowu, can't finish, and Lopez is there for another rebound for the Flyers. King backs out. Into Marchizotti. And it's knocked away there. Furtado doing a great job as Aboado on the break lays it in. That is 7 points for Irene Aboado of the Mystics 8. That's going to be a foul on Khalil as Bristol try to get it over the line. Mystics putting the pressure on. And we'll have a substitution as Holly Bryan checking in for the Mystics. And Rahana Khalil heading to the benches. That is 2 fouls on Rahana Khalil. Marchizotti backing out Furtado, turns, fires, can't get it to drop. And that's a mismatch that the Mystics are going to have a little bit of trouble dealing with, as Marchizotti has a real height advantage. So the Flyers force a turnover. Marchizotti with the height advantage inside. The Mystics have Hannah Olsey, but even so she doesn't quite match Marchizotti height-wise. King. Marchizotti, she's doubled, picks it out, it's picked off by Aboado. Costa fires a deep 3, doesn't get that to drop. And it's Wallace against Costa. Lonnie Danvers thought about the 3, passes it inside. Wallace got space for 3, shots up, just a bit short. Costa's there for the rebound for the Mystics. And a long pass over to Wallace, she's going 1-on-3. Hook shot doesn't drop. And Holly Bryan passes it over to Aboado, who's just going to set things up for Manchester. Costa in the corner. 3 is good. Look at the arc on that one. Came down with snow on it. Puts the Mystics up by 5. Wallace. Into Marchizzotti. Over to King. Step back 3. And that's good. King with an answer for the Flyers. 2-point game. King, great pass over to Wallace, going one-on-one, lays it in off the glass, and we got a tie game at 11. Hurtado into Bryan in the corner, driving baseline, kicks it out to Costa, stepping through, and she's met by Marchizzotti at the rim, and that is going to be a foul call on Marchizzotti. As Hannah Alty comes into the game, Remi Idowu taking the seat for the Manchester Mystics, and Veronica Iwiana back in, Hannah Wallace heading to the bench for Bristol. And Chloe Hinnett into the game for the first time. As Elisandra Costa at the line for 2. First one gets a friendly roll. Two of 2 from the line, and Mystics back ahead. Looking to get it over the line. And that is a foul on the floor, blocking foul. That's on Alty, that's her first. Marchizzotti. Bristol moving it round outside here. King, great pass inside. Iwiana draws the foul and goes to the free throw line. Veronica Iwiana, 4th season with the Bristol Flyers, was voted the team MVP last season and had a frankly ridiculous 27 rebound game last year, averaging 13.6 rebounds per game. She's a menace on the offensive boards, 5.2 offensive rebounds last season, and she is going to be someone that the Mystics are going to try and look to contain. As the second shot doesn't go, but Marchizzotti pulls the board down, can't get it to go off the glass. And the Mystics come up with it. And King and Costa fighting for it. King comes up with the winner in that one, and it will be a Bristol ball. As we will have a timeout. The teams want to talk things over. 13-11 Mystics lead over the Bristol Flyers with 3:53 to play here in the first quarter. The Mystics have been led by 7 points from Irina Bodo, along with a steal, and Elisandra Costa adding in 6 points and a rebound as well. For Bristol, it is Christina Lopez with 4 points and 2 rebounds, and Hannah Wallace adding in another 4 as well. A bit of a short-handed Bristol squad today, just 8 players on the roster due to some injuries and unavailability. But as I said earlier, expecting a very close game between these two teams. Both had very close games last weekend in the opening weekend. And two both very exciting teams to watch as the WNBL season gets going. Teams coming back on court. Bristol ball. In it, driving the lane, passes out. Matthews shots up and rolls out. It's a good look though from Matthews. Alty swings it round to Bryan. Out to Obodo, 3 is up, doesn't drop. Marchizotti grabs the rebound. Bristol with the chance to tie or take the lead here. Marchizotti hands it off to Hinnett. Driving baseline, great pass over. And Maloney Danvers can't finish a shot, it's going to be Mystics' ball. And Obodo is going to take a well-deserved rest for the Mystics, and we see Alexandra Hernandez checking into the game. Bryan round to Hernandez. Ellabor, she's met by 2 Bristol players. And Bristol looking for a travel. I think the foul will be a blocking foul just before the extra step. It was be it. That is the 4th team foul on Bristol, and that is going to be the 2nd. Just checking who that is. I think it was on Marchizotti. As Hernandez drives through, great move, just can't finish at the rim. And Costa will be called for the foul. That is on number 7, Karina Costa. And that is going to send Bristol to the line for 2. Apologies, that last Bristol foul was on Veronica Iwianya. So both her and Rahana Khalil for the Mystics on 2 fouls in the first quarter. As Marchizotti grabs the rebound. He gets fouled on the putback, so Bristol back to the line. Remy Idowu checking back in for Hannah Alty for the Mystics. Hannah Wallace back in for Veronica Iwianya. And both very important players for each of the teams. You don't want to see Rahana Khalil get into foul trouble for the Mystics, much as you don't want to see Iwianya get into foul trouble for Bristol, because they are both real crucial parts of each squad. As Marchizotti hits the second. 1-point game, Mystics lead. Just over 2.5 minutes to play in the first. Costa to Hernandez in the corner. Hernandez steps through and doesn't get the ball to drop, but she's going to go back to the line. And this is looking like a game that may come down to free throws, the amount we've had so far. Teams being able to draw the foul, but as well you don't want particular players, as I said before, to get into too early foul trouble. So Alex Hernandez at the line. Again, another very exciting player on this Mystics squad. Playing for the under-16s team last year, the under-16 National Cup winner and winner of the playoff finals. The Mystics under-16 squad as well. She hits both free throws and puts the Mystics ahead by 3. Marchizotti, long pass over to Hinnett. 3's up, and that's good. Chloe Hinnett tying the game at 15. And the Mystics are going to want to try and close it down from Hinnett. As the Mystics turn the ball over there, Bristol will get it back. Chloe Hinnett, a fantastic shooter, a fantastic player, having played for the Flyers for 5 seasons previously with the Worcester Wolves. And yeah, you don't want to leave her open behind that 3-point line. Wallace inbounds to King. Ball's knocked out by Hernandez, so it will stay with Bristol. Alex Hernandez as well, a player that she may not always be scoring the most points in a game, but her presence defensively, she works so hard off the ball, and the amount of steals she has in games is quite ridiculous. I'm glad she's in Division 1 and we can get some stats for it. She's a real menace defensively. Hinek working against the Escriva. Pass is intercepted by Costa. He's got Hernandez up ahead of her. Goes for the floater, doesn't drop. Now Wallace for Bristol. What a shot from Hannah Wallace, going 1-on-2, gets it to drop, and such a difficult angle puts Bristol ahead by 2. Hernandez steps through, short shot, doesn't go. Wallace, and she's blocked by Idowu, gets it over to Escriva. Going against Matthews, Escriva keeps it alive. Good defense here from Bristol. Costa, long pass over to Hernandez, driving the lane. Elabor underneath the basket and finishes. That's a great offensive possession for the Mystics. Fantastic ball movement, got the good look and finish at the end there. Pass is just a bit too strong there for Bristol, as it will be Mystics ball with 42.5 to go in the first. Marchizotti heading to the bench for the Flyers, and Lopez checking back in. Costa hands it off to Idowu. Hernandez stepping through. What a move to get to the basket, Alex Hernandez. Mystics back ahead by 2. Wallace to Matthews, to Lopez, and she's fouled on the shot, so she's going to the line. The ball movement there again from Bristol, just fantastic awareness. Wallace to Matthews, and then inside to Lopez with a good look underneath the basket and heading to the line for a chance to tie. First shot bounces out. And second is good. 1 point game. 17.9 here in the first. Mystics can hold for the last shot of the quarter. Costa. Elabor looks to pass it out over to Elabor, saves it. It's loose. I think we got a foul call on the floor. And it will be Mystics ball. No, that was a foul call. That was a foul call. It wasn't an out of bounds. Ref Ingus Bankovic signalling for free throw, so it will be the Mystics to the line as Karina Costa will shoot 2. Unless the refs' discussion here leads to a different outcome. I think they're debating whether it was a foul call or whether the ball was just loose on the floor. They've gone for the foul call, so it will be Karina Costa at the line for 2, with a chance to put the Mystics a little bit further ahead here as the first one drops. Second is good as well. Mystics ahead by 3, 4.2 seconds. King gets it over the line, needs to get it up. King for 3, and shot is no good. That is going to do it for the end of the first quarter. 21-18, the Manchester Mystics lead over the Bristol Academy Flyers. And the Mystics led by 7 points from Irina Boado, 6 points from Ellie Costa, and 4 for Alex Hernandez. And Bristol, they are led by Hannah Wallace, who has 6 points. Christina Lopez has 5. And Kim King and Chloe Hinnett dropping in 3 points apiece. So a real back and forth game on our hands today, which is what you want to see. It's the most exciting kind of basketball. Something I think the Mystics will be looking at as they go into the second quarter is just, if we look at the rebounding numbers, Manchester have 9 to Bristol's 16. It does help when you have Mara Marchizotti out there and Veronica Iwiana, both absolute rebounding machines. And again, height-wise, the Mystics at a slight disadvantage in today's game, but they seem to be doing well so far. They're not, whilst they might be outmatched height-wise, there's always different ways to get to that ball. You might not be able to get the rebound, but you can tap it out, which you see players like Nat Furtado and Hannah Alty do very well. Just get a hand on that ball, just alter the direction, get it out of the hands of your opponents. And Bristol getting some really good looks inside. Obviously, when they're passing into Marchizotti, the Mystics look to try and drop down and double her, which is going to leave someone open. So, let's see what the second quarter brings. As we get underway, it will be the Mystics' ball to start things off. Hernandez, shot doesn't drop. Hinnett with the rebound. Over to King. Oh, and it's stolen away by Hernandez. Going all the way. Lays it in, it rolls round and drops in. And that is the problem that Alex Hernandez causes on defense. She's able to read those passing lanes so well, and she's so quick. She'll grab the ball and get out into transition on that fast break. Matthews. Over to Wallace. Lopez inside is called for the offensive foul there. So ball will be back with Manchester. (23-18) Manchester lead here in the second quarter. Costa, Boado, that's to Hernandez. Hernandez stepping through, and 3 Bristol players there just dropping down, clogging the lane, making it difficult for the Mystics to, well, they can get into the paint, but then they're going to hit a wall of players, making it very difficult for them to get a shot off as Marchizotti checks back in, along with Estelle Maloney-Danvers, Alice Matthews and Christina Lopez to the bench for Bristol. Maloney-Danvers looking for some help, and Furtado jumps in, steals it away. Hernandez is way ahead on the break, can't get the shot to fall. And it's going to be an end line Mystics ball, as last touch will be with the Flyers. Costa into Idowu. Costa gets it back, and it's just going to be a step out of bounds on the baseline. And that corner spot down there is what Ellie Costa, where Ellie Costa likes to shoot from, knocking down those corner threes. Wallace, too strong off the glass. Costa pulls it down. Costa fakes, drives all the way. Oh, bounces out. That was such a tough shot to get off over Marchizotti. And that is going to be an 8-second violation on Bristol. Some real Great defence there from the Manchester Mystics, forcing the turnover, pressuring Bristol, not able to get it over the line. So the Mystics will get the ball back. Boado turns. Oh, what a move! Can't finish underneath the rim. The Mystics bench looked like they were about to go wild if that one dropped. Maloney Danvers hands it off to King. This Mystics defence is stifling, making it really tough for Bristol to get a pass off. You can see it there between Karina Costa, well, both Karina and Ellie Costa and Irina Bozo, Alex Hernandez, all players that are very used to playing together at the under 16 level. They're really putting the pressure on. Danvers into Marchizzotti, gets it back, 5 on the shot clock. Marchizzotti double, turns, spins and draws the foul. Iwiana checking back in for Chloe Hinnett, who's going to head to the bench. And it will be Marchizzotti at the line for Bristol. Hits the first. Second is good. 2 of 2 from the line. 3-point Mystics lead. Costa for 3. That one's short. Iwiana with a rebound. Maloney Danvers keeps it alive, steps through, and just can't pass around the Mystics players in her way. So ball is back with Manchester. Aboado against Wallace. Aboado, she's blocked! That's a huge block from Iwiana. King passes off to Wallace. Wallace for 3 to tie. Hits! And Coach Rob Fairley wants a timeout for Manchester to talk things over. Clearly wants to stop the Bristol momentum there. What a huge shot from Hannah Wallace, knocking it down. Iwiana with a massive block at one end. King passes over to Wallace, ties the game at 23 here in the second quarter. The pace of this game and the intensity of this game makes you feel like we're in the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter, not with 7 minutes to go in the first half. So Hannah Wallace leading all scorers with 9 points and 2 rebounds. Mara Marchizzotti has 3 points and 6 rebounds for the Flyers, who are out-rebounding the Mystics 22 for 11 so far in this game. Although the Mystics pulling 6 steals so far, and Alex Hernandez, while she's credited with 1, has certainly had her hand in a lot of them. So teams coming back on court. It's going to be Mystics ball. And if you're Bristol, you want to keep in mind what you just did on the previous 2 possessions. A huge defensive play and a great 3-point shot to tie the game. You want to keep that momentum as we come here into the back on court. King over to Wallace, gets it back. Fires for 3 and hits that one. Bristol go ahead. And another big defensive play there from Bristol. King looking for the screen, drives inside, steps through, passes over to Marchizzotti. and drops it in. What a move there from King. It's a big swing for Bristol as they take a 5-point lead. Ella Ball hands it off to Costa. Back to Costa. 3 bounces out. Bristol get it back. Chance to increase the lead here. Maloney Danvers. Got Costa on her. Driving to the basket, and that is an offensive foul call. I think that one was off the ball, so that was going to be on Marchizotti by the looks of it. So that is on Marchizotti, and that is her second. And that is the second team foul for Bristol. Both teams on 2 team fouls currently. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first half, as we see Holly Bryan coming back in, Ishanea for the Mystics, and Alejandra Escriva. Ella Ball kicks it out to Escriva. And it's intercepted by Wallace, knocks it out, but Aboado keeps it alive for the Mystics. Aboado fires for 3 and hits! Irene Aboado with a huge bucket for the Mystics. So excited, I'm getting my words mixed up. That's 10 points for Irene Aboado in the game. 2-point game. King driving to the basket, drops it in. Bryan ran to Escriva. Naya turns, hook shot doesn't go. Marchizotti grabs the rebound. Marchizotti gonna take a seat as Christina Lopez checks in. Marchizotti heading to bench with 5 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Mystics picking up full court here, and that's going to be a reaching foul on Ella Ball. That's her second. So Mystics with Ella Ball, Khalil and Alti all on 2 fouls. Liliana passes over to Wallace. Wallace against Naya. Shot doesn't drop. Gets her own rebound. Liliana, tough move to the basket. Banks it in. Six-point lead for the Flyers. Escriva out to Bryan. Thought about the 3. Nearly has it knocked away. Gets it back. Aboado, long 2 is good. Irene Aboado is picking up where she left off last week. 12 points in the game for her. And that is a foul call on the Mystics. Nat Furtado subbing in for Escriva. As that is Alex Escriva's second as well. So the Mystics with 4 players on 2 fouls here, as we have a timeout. So 28 to the Mystics, 32 to Bristol, with 4 minutes 4 left in the first half. Irene Aboado leading all scorers with 12 points, shooting 50% from the field. And she's followed by Ellie Costa and Alex Hernandez, who both have 6 points each for the Mystics. For Bristol, Hannah Wallace has 9 and Kim King has 8. Marchizotti with those big 7 rebounds. Currently on the bench, so you wonder if the Mystics can try and take advantage of that inside. Or Marchizotti is out. As teams come back on court. Lopez to Wallace, up against Naya. King, 3 doesn't go. Lopez is there for the rebound and can't get it back in. Holly Bryan grabs the rebound for the Mystics. Over to Furtado. King comes out of nowhere, steals it away, gets it to Lopez. Idowu doing a great job here defending. Oh, just one bit too many as she pushes, and that is a foul on Remi Idowu. Puts her hand up and says, yep, that was me. But that will take the Mystics over to 5 team fouls. So Lopez is at the line. First shot short. One also short. Looks like there was a lane violation. Show will take the shot again. And that one's good. 5-point lead for the Flyers. Bryan over to Furtado. Lopez steals that away. Doesn't get it to drop, gets her own rebound, looks for the reverse, trying to get some space. And she's fouled on the shot, so Lopez heading back to the line. And that foul, I think, is on, yes, so that is on. That's Remi Idowu, so that is her second foul. 2 quick fouls there. So that puts the Mystics on 5 players with 2 fouls here in the first half. So both teams' next league games are on October the 21st. The Mystics will be heading over to Solent to play Team Solent Kestrels, and Bristol will be facing Brent Bulls at home in Bristol. So if you're in the area, if you're in Bristol, if you're in Solent, get down and watch the team, support. We've got some great basketball in Division 1, and we've got a lot of season left to go. There's always a chance to be watching some basketball wherever you are. If you're in Manchester, head down to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We've got the Manchester Magic in Division 2. They had a cup win earlier this afternoon in an earlier cup round. And the Manchester Mystics in Division 1. Come down and check them out and cheer on the teams. First shot doesn't go for Lopez. Second's good. 6-point Flyers lead. Boado steps back, shots up, rolls out. Bryan's there for the rebound, kicks it back out. Furtado for 3 and nails it. Puts the lead down to 3. Pinner against Bryan, gets some space, lays it in off the glass. Boaz over to Furtado. Mystics moving the ball around the outside here. Furtado. Out to Brian in the corner. Thought about the 3. 4 seconds to shoot. Aboado for 3. Looked like someone got a hand on that. I think it was Wallace. King looking for a screen. Stop. Hinnett driving through. Out to Lopez. King, great spin move. Floated up. Count it. And the foul. Kim King heading to the free throw line. That is a tough move. As Alex Hernandez and Ellie Costa into the game for Manchester, and Alice Matthews in for Bristol. So King at the line. Can't finish the 3-point play, but Iwianya's there for the rebound. Can't get the put back. Mystics come up with the turnover. Hernandez. 3 is good. That's a huge 3 from Alex Hernandez. King powering down the court, going all the way, draws the foul again. And Iwianya looks to have just landed awkwardly on the floor. So I hope she's okay as she just gets checked over. Tweaked a knee. She's going to take a seat. Hopefully she's okay. What a fantastic player. And as you saw on the possession just before that one, she's always in the right place at the right time for rebounding the ball. Hopefully we'll see her back on court later in the game. Karen Keyser doing a fantastic job keeping the floor clean. Getting a round of applause from all the Manchester fans. As King will be at the line for 2. First shot rolls out. King shot 66% last week in that game against the line. Second was no good. She grabs her own rebound, goes baseline, and again hits the basket and back to the line. Kim King with 2 huge plays in a row. The awareness there of King to know she shot the shot. She knows when you're shooting it, you know where it's kind of off, where it's going to go and bounce to. But the IQ there, she grabs the rebound, puts it back in, and completes a 3-point play. That is a huge play for Bristol, who now have an 8-point lead over the Mystics. Hernandez, her 3's good. Mystics getting into a shootout here today. Leads back to 5 for Bristol. Matthews working against Costa. Matthews breaks free and drives all the way to the basket. Aboado looks to answer and does! 14 points for Irene Aboado. And a steal! Elabor. Oh, with the reverse! Can't get it to drop. Lopez is there for the rebound, and I think that might just be an over the back call on Aboado. That looks like just checking it on the board. That is the 3rd foul on Aboado, so she's going to head to the bench. And Lopez back at the line for Bristol. First shot short. Second one is good. 6-point game. And King again jumps out of nowhere, nearly finishes the steal, but it's that kind of pressure that players like him put on the ball. You've got to be so aware of where she's going to come out of. As Costa tries the three, doesn't go. Martizotti grabs the rebound. Lopez steps through and banks it in. And Lopez and Martizotti on the court at the same time, proving a bit difficult for the Mystics to try and break inside. Again, that height advantage for Bristol. Furtado gets it to Costa. 8 seconds to go. Furtado stops, long two. Can't get it to drop. Ball's loose. And Mystics have it but couldn't get a shot off. So that will do it for the first half. 46-38 Bristol lead as we head into half time. The Manchester Mystics are led by Irina Bodo with 14 points. Alex Hernandez has 11. And the Bristol Flyers, Kim King has 13 points. And Christina Lopez has 10 points, 5 rebounds. And Veronica Iwiania, 2 points, but 8 rebounds in the game so far. She is really making her presence felt, and she has done a fantastic job on the boards, getting those second chance possessions for her team. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in around 7 minutes time for the second half. So we'll so you stick around and we'll see you then. Welcome back to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We're getting ready for the second half between the Manchester Mystics and the Bristol Academy Flyers. Bristol currently have an 8-point lead over the Mystics as we head into the third quarter. Leading all scorers so far is Irina Boado for the Mystics with 14 points. And Kim King for the Flyers has 13. Kim King playing in her first season with the Bristol Academy Flyers. Back in her hometown of Bristol though, as she played for the Bristol Storm at the under-16 and under-18 level where she started her playing career. Spent 5 seasons with the Cardiff Archers in the WNBL and is back in Bristol for the Flyers in Division 1. Currently shooting 83% from the field. She's had some huge baskets for Bristol this evening. A couple of and one plays. And it's great to see her in Division 1. This Bristol team a little bit short-handed today, only 8 players on the roster with some injuries and unavailability. But they have been doing a fantastic job. Down 3 heading into the second quarter, a 28-17 second quarter. Saw them take that and take this 8-point lead as they head into the third. And the Mystics, a few players on 2 or more fouls, so in a little bit of foul trouble so far. Irina Boado, their leading scorer, on 3 fouls, along with Remi Idowu also on 3 fouls. As we see Rahana Khalil back into the game since early on in the first quarter when she picked up 2 fouls. Hannah Alti also back in, Alti also on 2 fouls, and we have Nat Furtado, Alex Hernandez and Ellie Costa. And for Bristol, Hannah Wallace, Christina Lopez, Kim King, Estelle Maloney Danvers and Veronica Iwianya. And it's great to see Iwianya back on court as she grabs a rebound and swings it round. Kim King hits a big 3 to get things started. Furtado, lots of space there for 3, doesn't get it to drop. And that's going to be a over the back foul on Bristol, on Iwianya. And that is going to be her 3rd, so she will check out. And Mara Marches obviously checks back in, but really great to see Iwianya back on court after she fell in the first. Looked like she tweaked her knee, but looks like she's back and healthy, which is great to see. Hernandez saves the ball in for the Mystics, swings it round to Costa. Costa stepping through, can't get that to drop. Alti's there for the rebound and put back. Mystics picking up full court. Khalil all over Wallace, and that's an 8-second violation. Mystics forcing the turnover, really pressuring defensively. And this Mystics team, a lot of young players on this team, and then you add your veterans in. You've got Hannah Alti, Rahana Khalil and Nat Furtado, 3 very experienced players, all involved coaching as well. And for these players, being able to learn from them, share their experience, they're very valuable for this Mystics team. Khalil, of course, National Cup winner in 2022 with the Stockport Lapwings. And that's out of bounds, and it's going to be Bristol ball. Maloney Danvers looking to inbound to Wallace. Again, Mystics picking up full court here. Alti putting the pressure on. Lopez, and it's knocked away by Hernandez. Bristol ball. And again, that's the pressure that Alex Hernandez puts on. You know, it might not result in a steal each time, but it forces you to have to reset, set up your offense again, get the ball in. Lopez is guarded by Alti. King for 3 again and hits. Kim King putting on a 3-point shooting clinic today. 11-point lead for the Flyers. Khalil out to Alti. Down to Hernandez. Costa passes back out. Furtado steps back for 3. Huge 3 from Furtado. And again, Mystics pressuring the ball. As Hernandez looks to jump in and steal it away, but will be called for the foul. That'll be the second on Hernandez. Danvers inbounds. King against Alti, passes it out. And Martizotti, that is no basket, and it will be a travel call. 8-point game. Furtado over to Khalil. Khalil for 3. A huge 3 from Rahana Khalil. We've seen her do that all season long last year in Division 2. We saw her do it for the Stockport Lapwings the year before. She is a lights out 3-point shooter as she grabs the rebound. Furtado over to Khalil. Hands it off. Oh no, she didn't. What a fake! Passes. What a fake from Khalil. She faked me out. I thought she was handing it off to Costa. She was not. She drove to the baseline. She's going to inbound. To Alti. Alti, long 2. That's too strong. Wallace knocked away by Costa. Costa with Hernandez on the left. Going against King. Just loses control. What a fast-paced game we've got today. Again, this Mystics defense really strong, picking up full court. As Wallace is just going to slow things down a bit for Bristol, gets it over to King. King runs into Alti. Oh, great pass inside to Lopez, and it's picked off there by Costa. Costa all the way to the basket. Can't get it to go. As King comes down the other end of the court, runs into Khalil. Can't get it to fall, and you see there the defensive presence of Rahana Khalil putting off the shot. And it's knocked out there as King picks it up and just says, "Low, slow down, everyone needs a breath." 5-point Bristol lead. Lopez into Martizotti, what a pass. Can't finish. Martizotti backing down, turns, spins, pops out. Khalil with the rebound. Khalil doesn't get it to drop. Alti's there for the rebound. Back out to Khalil. Mystics will reset. Costa. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Costa driving to the basket. Knocked down, and that is going to go back with Bristol as we have a substitution. Alex Escriva checking in for the Mystics, and Alex Hernandez heading to the bench. What a sequence we've just had here in the third quarter. Jeanette looking to get it in. Lopez over to Wallace. Wallace out to Martizotti. That shot's too strong. Khalil over to Furtado. Costa. 3 doesn't go. Escriva there just taps the ball into the hands of Furtado. Khalil for 3. No good. Ball's out, and it's back with Bristol. And you see there the hands of Alex Escriva just tapping the ball. As I said earlier, maybe you don't pull the rebounds out, but when you're one of those players that can tap the ball into your teammates' hands, just get it into the right place. That doesn't get recorded on the stat sheet, but it's such a crucial thing to do. Lopez. And ball is out. It's going to be Mystics ball. 51-46 to Bristol. Costa. Round to Furtado. Furtado driving inside, scoop layup. Doesn't go. Hinet's there for the rebound for the Flyers. Over to Wallace. Lopez. Just a bit too strong as it's out of bounds. And it is back with the Mystics. Karina Costa. Alti. Khalil threes up. That one's too strong. Still a 5-point game here in the third. Wallace into Hinet. What a pass. Hinet, tough move. And again, Khalil just getting in the way defensively. Escriva. That three doesn't go. And Hinet with another rebound for the Flyers. King stepping through, gets it to drop. And both teams looking absolutely exhausted, going backwards and forwards as Bristol have a 53-46 lead here with 4:40 to go in the third. Kim King has been absolutely huge for Bristol. She has 18 points, shooting 70%, knocked down 3 threes, 4 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals. She has been absolutely fantastic. Also leading the way for Bristol, Christina Lopez has 10 points and 6 rebounds and a couple of assists. And Mara Martizotti, 5 points and 10 rebounds. 46 rebounds for the Flyers to the Mystics 24. Those twin towers inside of Lopez and Martizotti, making it really difficult for the Mystics to get inside. But Manchester keep fighting back in this, down 11 earlier on. Just keep coming back, keep chipping away. And having Rahana Khalil back on court for the first time since the first quarter has been huge for the team, along with Hannah Alti. The Mystics led by 14 points from Irina Bodo and 11 from Alex Hernandez. As we're back on court, it's Mystics ball. Alti down to Costa. Over to Furtado. Escriva. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Furtado working against Lopez. Steps through. Doesn't go. Can't keep it inside. And it's back with the Flyers. Alice Matthews gets it over to Martizotti. Hinet working against Khalil. Matthews, 5 seconds, puts up a floater, doesn't go. Martizotti's there for the rebound and just puts it back in. 9-point Flyers lead. Alti to Khalil. Costa looking to go inside. Can't get that to drop. And again, when you've got to go round Mara Martizotti, her presence underneath the basket, it just makes it really difficult because you have to shoot over her. She's got such a long wingspan. She can block the ball, just put you off your sight line. And again, making it difficult for the Mystics inside. Alti. Over to Elabor. Out to Costa. Costa for 3. That one's no good. Ball's tapped out and it's going to stay with the Mystics. And substitution, we'll see Holly Bryan checking in. Hannah Alti heading to the bench. And Veronica Ibianya in for Martizotti. Escriva down to Khalil in the corner. 3's up and that is good. a long 2. Khalil against Matthews. Ball's out. Last touch was Bristol. Again, Khalil doing a great job there, forcing a turnover. 7-point Bristol lead, just under 3 to play in the third. Escriva swings it over to Bryan. Elbow underneath the basket, tough move. Bryan gets the rebound, out to Escriva. Khalil, elbow in the corner. Escriva comes up with it, 4 seconds to shoot. Khalil, 1 second, passes out, and that is going to be a 24-second shot clock violation on the Mystics. Great defense there from the Flyers. As Khalil checks out and Irene Aboado, the Mystics leading scorer, is back into the game. Turnover there for Bristol. Aboado. Escriva. Costa's 3, too strong. And Escriva and Lopez fighting for the ball. Lopez comes up with it and gets it over to King. King passes back out to Lopez. Four seconds on the shot clock. Hinnett against Escriva. Hinnett, 1 second to go. And shot clock violation at the other end for Bristol. Again, both teams just stepping it up. Ryan over to Escriva. Mystics down 7. Elbow out to Costa. Bryan's 3 is up, that doesn't go. Costa drives in for the rebound, gets the shot up, can't get it to drop. Bristol there for the rebound. King. Lopez, long 2 is short. And it's Escriva that gets the rebound for the Mystics. Costa, 3 is good. Karina Costa, lights out shooter. 4-point game, 45 seconds to go in the third. It is loud in here in the Manchester Basketball Centre. Ball's loose, Holly Bryan comes up with it, chased down by King. Bryan all the way to the basket, and she's fouled. 3-point play for Holly Bryan. Cuts the lead to 2, a chance to cut it to 1. That is a big basket from Holly Bryan. Again, another veteran player. Can't get the shot to go. Elbows there for the rebound. Over to Aboado. Aboado dancing inside, hands it off to Bryan. She's blocked by Lopez. Knocks it out. And Mystics will get another chance here to tie or take the lead. Escriva for 3. Bounces back out, gets her own rebound, hands it over to Aboado. Aboado's 3 is good, and the Mystics go back ahead. 1-point Mystics lead. Matthews, ball poked away by Aboado. Oh, I think they're going to call that a foul. See what the call on the floor is. Look like Aboado just came from behind. Yes, they are calling that a foul on Irene Aboado. That will be her 4th, so she will head to the bench after that huge 3 to put the Mystics ahead.
6 seconds.
6.6 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. We've still got another quarter to go. Matthews into Lopez. Juliana driving to the basket. Can't get it to drop. Hernandez comes up with the rebound. And the third quarter, oh my goodness, what a quarter that was. The Mystics are back ahead, 66-55 from a huge three from Irina Bodo, taking her to 17 points in the game. Bristol are led by Kim King, who has 20 points to go along with her 4 rebounds and 3 assists. She's hit 3 threes. What an absolute nail-biter of a game. This is WNBL basketball. This is Division 1 basketball. We're in for a real treat for the next quarter. The crowd in here, every second of that third quarter felt like it was the last minute of the fourth quarter. So thanks to everyone for watching. I see Vanessa Accra out there in the comments. Missing you up here in Manchester, Vanessa. Always love to watch you play. And we'll be looking forward to when you and Brent come up here, the Brent Bulls. Not sure when that one is. We'll see you soon anyway. But thank you to everyone watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Manchester Magic and Mystics YouTube channel. We'll be bringing you all the Manchester Mystics Division 1 home games this season. So here we go, heading into the fourth quarter. Mystics with a 1-point lead. They come back from an 11-point deficit. That was an 18-9 swing for them in the third quarter. As Brian with the ball to start things off. Hernandez swings it round. Escriva over to Brian. Brian stops. No good, gets her own rebound. It's stolen away by Lopez. Maloney Danvers out to Hinnett. Into Lopez, working against Elibor. Lopez turns, can't get it to drop. Great job there from Elibor. And Hernandez kicks it out to Escriva. 3 is up, and that one bounces out. Controls things for the Flyers. Lopez round to Matthews. Stolen away by Costa. Costa going against the Iwanya. No good. Elibor gets the rebound. And just a bit too strong there. Veronica Iwanya doing a really, really good job. They're pressuring the fast break. Iwanya, 10 rebounds in today's game, along with 2 points. She's done such a good job on the boards all game. Really glad to see her back on court after it looked like she may have had a bit of an injury in the first, but she looks all good. That's what we love to see. Spin move to the basket, can't finish, gets her own rebound. Putback doesn't go, and it's Escriva with the ball. Brian round to Escriva. Costa in the corner, 3's up, no good. And last touch Flyers, so Manchester get the ball back. As we see King, Wallace and Marchizotti back in for the Flyers. Lopez, Hinnett and Matthews heading to the bench. Hernandez, scoop layup, drops it in. This is Alex Hernandez's signature move. We see that little scoop so much, the Euro step to the basket. She strides through and lays it in off the glass. What a fantastic move. Wallace, backs down. Into Marchizotti. Marchizotti gets the and one call. She's going to head to the line after dropping the ball in the net. And that is going to be on Favour Elibor for the Mystics. That's her 3rd foul. So Bristol with a chance here to tie. This is week 2 basketball. This isn't even playoff basketball. What an absolutely fantastic competition we've had on our hands today. Iliania grabs the rebound, but is called for the travel. That's her 11th board. This has the intensity of a playoff game. One-point game, 58-57 at 7:43 to play in the fourth. Bryan for the Mystics. Gets it into Hernandez. Iliania is there. Jump ball. And that is with Bristol. As Rahana Khalil is coming back in for the Mystics. And straight away steals the ball, draws the foul from Wallace. So Mystics ball on the end line. Ella ball back to Khalil. Khalil to Bryan, long two, shot short. Bryan gets her own rebound. Out to Khalil. Stepping inside, swings it back out to Bryan. That three is good. And Holly Bryan, again another big three for the Mystics. They go ahead by 3. We have a timeout called. And Holly Bryan, a big 3 for the Mystics. As she knocks that one down, she has 5 rebounds to go along with her 5 points. And the Mystics with a slim 3-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Again, I've said it before, this has just been such a back and forth game, such an exciting game, and a great display of Division 1 basketball and the talent that we've got in this country. You love to see it. So both teams back in action on the 21st of October in their next league games. Bristol will be at home to the Brent Bulls, and the Mystics will be travelling away to Team Solent Kestrels. So make sure to check them out. Check out Basketball England live stream, both the WNBL and NBL. And give the teams your support. But back on court here, 7:19 to play. A 4-point Manchester lead. Marchizotti over to King. King driving all the way to the basket. Gets fouled on the drive. So she's going to go to the line. And you see there Rahana Khalil just kind of pulling the team in, giving a quick team talk. Rahana doing a lot of coaching here at the Manchester Basketball Centre. She's got a real high IQ basketball player. And so much experience in the game of basketball. As King's first one doesn't drop. Second one's good. 3-point game, and that foul there, that was the 4th foul on favour Ella Ball for the Mystics. As Hernandez 3 pops down, so that is both a Boado and Ella Ball on 4 fouls for the Mystics. As Peyton drives the lane, ball's out. Looks like she just ran into a wall of purple for the Mystics. Maroon, purple, what colour this is. I think it's more of a maroon. As Khalil tries to get it into Costa. Wallace putting the pressure on there though, and it will be back with the Flyers. Maloney Danvers on the end line to inbound, gets it into Marchizotti. Back out, back and forth between the two of them. King at the 3-point line, steps in, shot doesn't go. Who's there for the rebound? Iliania. And Bristol get the sideline possession. 13 rebounds for Veronica Iwianya. King hands it off to Wallace. Wallace thought about a shot, great pass inside. Can't quite get a hold on it, but it is going to stay with Bristol with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
4 seconds.
Melody Danvers with the inbound into Marchizotti against Elabor. Marchizotti turns, spins, gets the basket and the foul, and that is going to be foul number 5 on favour Elabor for the Mystics. So that is a huge possession from Mara Marchizotti. A chance to tie the game, and Elabor will have to head to the bench as Remy Aidowu checks in for the Mystics. It's a huge possession for the Flyers. Marchizotti hits, we've got a tie game, 61 all, 6:28 to play in the 4th. Khalil thought about the shot, passes out to Aidowu. Costa pulls for 3, that doesn't go. Bryan forcing the travel from the Flyers there as she puts the pressure on the ball. And she will head to the bench as we see Irina Boado checking in along with Alex Scriva and Karina Costa. Now Irina Boado here is on 4 fouls, leading the Mystics in scoring with 17 points, so you don't want her to pick up the 5th, but you also definitely need her scoring ability on court. Khalil turns, fires for 3, hits! Rahana Khalil puts the Mystics back ahead by 3. She's got 8 points. Marchizotti swings it round. Melody Danvers looks to answer. That 3 doesn't drop. And we have a foul call. That was on. Just checking who that was on. It was on the Mystics. As King drives. Oh, great pass to Marchizotti. Can't finish at the rim. Khalil grabs the rebound. Gets it over to Escriva. And Aboado has it knocked away. Melody Danvers comes up with it. King driving. And offensive foul goal. Rahana Khalil taking the charge for the Mystics, putting her body on the line for this team. And it will be back with the Mystics. That is just the 2nd foul on King for the Flyers. Bristol have 2 team fouls for the Mystics 4. 3-point game. Costa hands it off to Aidowu. Round to Khalil, she's got space. 3 doesn't go. Marchizotti with the rebound. Over to King. Melody Danvers. Into Marchizotti. Out to Wallace. 7 seconds to shoot. King. Shot doesn't drop. Escriva taps it to herself and comes up with it. Boado in control for the Mystics. Hands it off to Escriva. Costa's 3's too strong. Rebound Wallace over to King. Wallace stepping through inside. And that's going to be a foul. That is going to be on Escriva. That's her 3rd. And that sends the Mystics onto 5 team fouls for the rest of the quarter. So anytime the Mystics foul from now on, it's going to be free throws for the Flyers. Wallace hits the first. Khalil's there to pull it down. Costa. Out to Khalil. 3. No good. Massive rebound there from Iliania. She's been doing it all game long. That's 14 boards for her. King. Idowu nearly knocks it away. Iliania comes up with it. Over to King. Turns. Travel call again. Rahana Khalil. Just in the right place at the right time. And we've got a timeout called for Bristol. 64-62. And that last foul there on King. So that's her third for the Flyers. We've got just under 4 to play here in the fourth quarter. A 2-point game at 64-62 to the Mystics. Kim King has been absolutely huge for the Flyers. 21 points to go along with 4 rebounds. And Veronica Iwianya, 14 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. She has been massive on the boards, but also she has been one of those players that just get in the way defensively. She's on the ball, she's hustling after every ball, she's on the floor grabbing it, forcing jump balls. She's been huge for this Bristol team. And Mara Marchizotti dropping in a double-double of 12 points and 12 rebounds. And leading the way for the Mystics, Irina Bodo, 17 points and a couple of steals. And Alex Hernandez has 13 points. Bristol really winning the battle of the boards here tonight, 63-41. And it helps when they have players with the high advantage of Christina Lopez, who has 10, Mara Marchizotti. And obviously Veronica Iwianya, she's bouncy. She's getting in the right place at the right time for those rebounds. So we had a technical foul call just before the timeout, and it will be Khalil shooting just 1. That one doesn't drop. So that's a technical foul on Bristol. And it's Mystics ball. Bristol picking up full court here, and it's stolen away by King. Hands it over to Wallace. And that is on, I think that is on number 4. That is on Irene Aboado. That is her 5th foul, so she is out of the game. A huge game from Irene. 17 points, 1 assist and a couple of steals. Hitting a big 3 to put the Mystics ahead in that third quarter. As Wallace hits the first free throw. Second one short. Tapped into hands of Khalil. King steals it away, puts it in, and Bristol go ahead. 3:40 to play. Mystics down 1. Khalil driving inside, kicks it out to a Escriva. Iwianya's there, and it's picked off by Maloney Danvers. Bristol looks to get it inside, and then Escriva Gay steals it. She's going to slow things down, gets it out to Furtado. Costa on the baseline, Marchizotti's there. How did she get that to drop? That was a tough shot from Karina Costa over Mara Marchizotti on the baseline. Mystics back ahead by 1. Wallace on the 3-point line. Great pass into Marchizotti. Can't get the shot to fall. Furtado's there for the rebound. Escriva round to Furtado. Costa for 3. Hits it! Karina Costa with a massive three. Mystics ahead by 4. Karina has been huge this game for Manchester. King. Round to Marchizotti. Maloney Danvers directing traffic. Into Marchizotti. Backing down Idowu. Banks it in. And quiets this Manchester crowd. Just under 2 minutes to play. 2-point game, Bristol down 2. Khalil. Over to Idowu. Costa. Back-to-back threes for Karina Costa. Casual as anything. She's like, yeah, that's my job, that's what I do. 71-67, Mystics lead. Oh, it's a long 2. Back-to-back big shots for Karina Costa. She's a bucket. Maloney Danvers into Marchizotti. 5-point lead for the Mystics. Out to Wallace for 3. Doesn't get it to drop. We've got an over-the-back call underneath the basket. Just waiting to see who that is on. That is on Rahana Khalil, and that is Khalil's 4th. So that is going to send Iwianya to the line for 2. First shot's good. Idowu taps it to Furtado, gets it over to Karina Costa. Brian. Idowu over to Furtado. And it's knocked away. Maloney Danvers there, getting into the passing lane, knocks it out. And going to force the Mystics to reset with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Khalil with the inbound. Into Costa. 7 seconds to shoot. Costa stops, passes into Idowu, gets it back, and it's jump ball call between Wallace and Costa. That is going to stay with the Mystics. They have 1 second on the shot clock. It's got to be a catch and shoot. You've got no time to dribble. Whoever catches the ball needs to get something up straight away. You can see Holly Bryan there around the side of the 3-point line. It's going to be Costa, has to put it up. And that is a shot clock violation. It's going to go back with Bristol. 54.8 to go. Bristol need a 3 to tie, but you don't need to take a 3 straight away. Get the ball inside, look to get it into Marchizotti. You don't need a 3 straight away, it's a lot of time. Officials just resetting the clock, and it's going to be 57 seconds left. So Bristol with the inbound. Wallace, up ahead. Wallace runs into Idowu. That is going to be a travel call on Bristol. Huge defensive play there from Remy Idowu. A massive defensive play from the young player at such a crucial point in the game. That's a huge play from her. Bryan for the Mystics. Again, if you're Bristol, you don't need to panic here, you just need to get a stop. And that's a foul. Foul on Bristol's sideline at Mystics ball. Mystics with time on their side here. That foul was on Maloney Danvers. Costa. Idowu. Round to Furtado. To Khalil. Nearly loses it, keeps it alive, 7 seconds. Idowu, 5 seconds. Bryan. Long two's up, it's blocked by Iwian. Yeah. Maloney Danvers, 29 seconds in the game, 20 on the shot clock. King, got to think King can look for a 3 here. Idowu bumps, and that is a blocking foul on the Mystics. So that is foul number 4 on Remi Idowu. It's also going to send Kim King to the line. Chance here to cut the lead down to 1. 20.2 on the clock. King misses the first. Second, rolls out. Idowu's there for the rebound. That's a big rebound for the Mystics. And I think we had a whistle at the end of the play. It's a holding foul, and that is going to send the Mystics to the line. And that is foul number 4 on King. So Remi Idowu will be at the line. A couple of big shots here. First one's good. Mystics ahead by 2 possessions. Second doesn't go. Marchizotti with the rebound. Khalil runs in, intercepts it, knocks it away, but it's last touch Manchester. So Bristol, 15 seconds here, and we will have a timeout. Now, if you're Bristol, you need to get some points on the board really quickly when you get into the game. King has been fantastic from 3. You could look to swing it round outside to her, get a quick 3, get some quick points, and then foul to send the Mystics to the free throw line. Or if you get that good look inside to either Lopez or Marchizotti, you can get a quick 2 points on the board. But whatever it is, it needs to be a quick score. You only probably want to take around 4 or 5 seconds off the clock. Otherwise, you aren't leaving yourself enough time on the other side. What a game we have on our hands today. This has been an absolutely fantastic display of Division 1 basketball. Kim King leading the way with 23 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Mara Marchizotti, 14 points and 14 rebounds for the Flyers. And Irina Bodo, 17 points for the Mystics. And Alex Hernandez has 13. Karina Costa with 12, hitting that big 3 late in the game for the Mystics as well. So teams coming back on court. It will be Bristol ball from the sideline. So as I said, you've got to think they're going to try and get some quick points on the board. You want to get a shot off quickly. Look maybe for King to come off the screen and get the ball into her hands. It'll be Wallace with the inbound. Wallace round to King. King's got space, turns, fires for 3, doesn't drop. Brian's there for the rebound, 8 seconds to go, and Bristol are forced to foul. That was a good look from King, and a play worked very well. King getting the space, getting a look from 3. Not sure if the Mystics dropped back a little bit, but unfortunate for that not to drop for Bristol, as Brian is at the line and hits the first, and that might just put it out of reach for the Flyers. Brian doesn't hit the second, pops in and back out. Wallace, get it over to King, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 at the buzzer, doesn't go, and the Mystics will win their first home game of their Division 1 campaign against the Bristol Academy Flyers, 73-68, a huge win for Manchester after having been down 11 earlier on. They came back. Kind of inspired performance from Irina Bodo and Karina Costa, much like they did last week. 2 huge performances from 2 young players on this Mystics team. And Bristol, again, they've been short-handed today. They were short-handed last week, and they did not stop fighting until the very end. A tough loss for them, but a lot of positives for them to take heading into their next games. Just massive credit to Veronica Iwianu, 15 rebounds. She was 3 points, but 15 rebounds, an absolutely huge performance on the boards for her. She's if you get a chance to watch the Flyers this season, keep an eye out for her. And Mara Martizotti, 14 points, 14 rebounds with a double-double. But Kim King, 23 points, 5 rebounds. She hit 3 threes. She is, it's great to have her in the league after seeing her in the WBBL the last few seasons. So that will do it from us at the Manchester Basketball Centre. The final score, 73-68. The Manchester Mystics win over the Bristol Academy Flyers. We'll be back for the next game when I check my schedule. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.